Let's see here. Oh, I should have did it differently. Come on, truck, let's go. Jesus, this guy behind me took like 15 minutes to back out. About to drive the Blazer. I can't remember the last time I drove this thing. Why is it not moving? Okay, that's weird. Like, it smells great. New car. Hey, dude. New car smell. I mean, it does only have fucking 6,000 miles on it. But, so, Teresa's X2. Sorry, I got my chin here trying to steer. Teresa's X2 was totaled when Teresa's my wife, for those that don't know. Her X2 was totaled when an RV hit her head on. Yeah. She was sitting at a stoplight in the left turn lane at a left arrow, the red arrow, which is absolute fucking bullshit. That left arrow should never be, that red arrow shouldn't be there. Just shouldn't even fucking be there. It's a dumb traffic control device in that intersection. It does no good. In fact, it's responsible for her crash. Well, that and the fucking idiot who ran into her, right? So she's sitting there, and this RV is being towed by some old Ford farm truck thing, and the light turns yellow, and the farm truck lays on the brakes, and the RV, you know, no brakes. The RV's got no fucking brakes, and tries to go around the farm truck, which means it went left into the, what the fuck are you doing? Into the turn lane, and then jumped the thing across the intersection, hit my wife head on. Pushed the car back like 20, 25 feet, tweaked her back and stuff like that, but overall she was okay. I mean, it took a few months for her back to not hurt, but, you know, nothing life-threatening, so that was good. Anyways, car's totaled. We get totally fucked on the whole deal, because I had a screaming deal in that car, and so I was trying to find a replacement. Yeah, this was last August, so it's been a while since then, but yeah, I mean, she was more shook up than anything, and not gonna lie though, I was laying in bed, she had just left for work, and she calls me, and I pick up the phone, I'm like, hello? I'm laying in bed, right? And I hear this voice, and it doesn't sound like her, and she's like, Dominic, you're on speakerphone, and I'm like, immediately, I'm up, right? I'm in bed, I'm up, and my pants are already coming off, my pajama pants are coming off. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I was just in a wreck, and they totaled the BMW, and blah. I'm like, okay, well, where are you? I think I'm okay, and like, okay, where are you? And I'm hopping on one leg, my pants on, you know, I'm like, where are you? Damn it, where are you, woman? And she's like, I'm on the corner of 41 and Hayden. And I jumped in my truck and ripped about 60 yards of grass out of the yard doing a fucking donut, and then did 80 on my fucking gravel road, ran a stop sign, jumped into a field across the street. I drove through a hayfield doing like 80 miles an hour to pretty much straight line to where she was. I got up on the road, and there was traffic because everyone was backed up where the accident was, and I was doing 80 or 90, and I'm coming up on the stop traffic, and I looked, and oncoming lane, this car's coming, I go, I'm going off the road again, fucking jump the truck off the road. It was only like 3 or 4 feet, you know, going down into the field, in this field, and it's tall hay, and it's just over the windshield, you know, hay and shit shooting up. And I come blasting out of the hayfield in this construction zone where they're building this four-lane road. I lock up the brakes and shove it in park while I'm still doing like 40. Open the door, and I got the electric stairs, and they pop out. And I just surf the stair for a while until the truck slows down to like 10, and I hop off, and I hit the ground running, and I run to where the Teresa and the people are around her driver's side door, and I stiff arm some old lady who was like talking to her just to get in there, right? And you do the immediate look, right, from toes to head. I started down low because I wasn't sure if there was any passenger compartment intrusion or anything, and just the evaluation, you know, up the body, up the leg. I looked at her good, made sure she was fine, and then she's just sitting there crying, and I just jump over and give her a big old hug, you know. And this lady was like, oh my God, I knew that was you. I saw you coming down the road, and you jumped off the road. And I thought, oh my God, there's been another accident. And she's like, but you just kept coming. You flew off the road in that field. You just kept coming. I was like, there was nothing stopping me, you know. And it's crazy because I used to race a lot. I know this sounds weird to talk about this, but like when you drive that fast and you're in that mode, like so much of it just becomes like instinctual. And so like, you know, the truck was sideways so many times, and it was just, you know, going and going and going. So anyways, I got to her. She was good, just really shook up. Her favorite Dave Matthews Band song was playing on the radio. That's ruined for her now. And I see these fucking idiots on the side of the road, you know, going, yeah, I used to rally. Yeah, idiots dudes walk around looks like a meth head. You know, there's just some things life you can't control. I'm like, you fucking idiot. Like, I had to walk away. I almost knocked him out. I just, like, I felt the rage build up in me, and I was like, I turned around and walked away. I was like, we only need one police report today. We only need one police report today. We only need one police report today. Just breathe. I was just so mad at the way I was just like, yeah, man, it sucks. There's just some things life you can't control. You know, I'm like, you just totaled a brand new fucking BMW with 8,000 miles on it. You know, like, and then he was just like, yep, sorry, man. Or he didn't even say sorry. That's right. He didn't say sorry. That's what I was so pissed off about. The guy towing him said sorry, and I was, you know, I was appreciative. He's like, man, I'm really sorry that it happened. You know, he was totally apologetic, and I appreciated that, and I wasn't mad at that guy. I mean, I was a little mad that the thing happened, but, you know, I didn't want to cause physical fucking bodily harm. The dude that actually hit her and lost control of the vehicle and fucking smashed her, he didn't say sorry once, and I was so fucking pissed. And I gave him more than one opportunity. Never an apology. Just some things life you can't control, so he just kept saying. I was like, oh man, you mean like my rage? Yeah, I was fucking mad. So, anyways, that turned into a big story that didn't even exist. The only reason I'm doing that, I'm telling you that, is because I'm in the Blazer. We had to find something that to replace the X2, and everything on the market is so fucking expensive, it's retarded. And the horsepower on them is all weak. You know, the wife wants an SUV, like most wives, right? She wants an SUV and a sports car for fun, and an SUV for daily. And she loved the X2, but it was a little on the small side, just a tiny small. But it got great gas mileage. It was very luxurious, you know, and that kind of thing. She often said that it felt too nice for her, like she didn't deserve to be in something that nice. Which isn't true. She can drive it. She deserves it. So we went down, but she wanted some get up and go. Before the X2, we had the Saab 97X Aero. If you know what that 97X Aero is, look it up. They only made like 1,800 of them. The year that ours was in 08, I think. Oops, I'm speeding. And it's basically a Trailblazer SS in a Saab body. So it's the smoother looking Saab 9.7 front end, and you know, and all that. Okay, truck, feel free, come on in. And it it looks cooler than this Trailblazer in my opinion. But then it's got an LS2 400 horsepower 6-liter in it, and it's all-wheel drive. It's on 20s, you know, just like the Trailblazer SS and all that. Pretty cool rig. I had big plans for that until I discovered that the 4L65 is basically glass. It's the 5MT of fucking Chevy SUVs. So I didn't do much to it. I did cam. What did I do to it? Did I do heads? No, I didn't do heads. I did cam, headers, intake, tune. Added like I did a small cam, so I added like 50 horse to it, right? So it was like a 450 horse thing by the time we were done. But you know, it had 411 gears in the fucking thing, and it got like 12 miles per gallon in the city and 16 or so on the highway. The cam actually helped the miles per gallon, which was surprising. And I can actually explain how at some point in a different conversation. But anyways, she missed the get up and go of that because it fucking moved out. It would go up anything and go there quickly. And then I got this X2 and it was like 235 horsepower, 250 horsepower or something. And she was like, this just doesn't have the juice. So we were looking for SUVs. And we looked at everything. We drove everything. Everything except Dodge, because fuck Dodge. And Jeep, they're the same thing, just different badge. So we drove everything else. Fucking 40, I think I totaled up when I drove 47 cars or something. It was ridiculous. And to get one over 300 horsepower meant you had to spend at least $50-something thousand just for 300 horsepower. The Subaru Ascent 276, I think it is. That thing is quick. That thing feels nice. It's a good fucking rig. I love the captain's chairs in the middle row. It drove really good, and we liked it. But it was like $47,000. And so we just kept looking, and I found the Chevy Blazer. And I get a lot of hate for getting the Blazer, but this fucking thing rocks, man. This thing was 308 horsepower. all-wheel drive. It's way roomy. Holy shit, there's so much room in this thing. And we wanted cloth seats this time because the leather is just harsh in the harsh climates. You know, in the cold, it's fucking ice cold and hard. In the summer, it's hot, you stick to it. So we decided to go cloth this time. We've had leather and everything else for, shit, I don't know, all 13 years we've been together. And the leather they have, the cloth they have in these, like this neoprene kind of stuff, it's fucking great. It's really nice. Anyways, so 308 horsepower. The only thing you can get for under like 50 grand, it's over 300 horsepower. And with all my student discounts and military discounts and everything else, I got this thing for $30,000. Brand new, $30,000. I just loaded up the rebates. I was like, well, do you guys have rebates for this? They're like, yeah, absolutely. How about good student discount? Yep, we got that. I'm like, check that one out. You know, what about graduation? We got good student and graduation. I'm like, sweet, I got 3 degrees. Like, all right, well, let's throw some discounts on there. I was filling out paperwork and getting my transcripts and, wow, that's a long line at the roundabout. I have not. Yeah, and then my veteran discount, and I like this business thing, and a wholesale account, and everything else. It just added up. I got this thing for $30,000. MSRP on it was $39,600. I got it for $30,300. Like, that was discounts for days, plus the factory rebates and everything else. And then I got it for 2.9%, put 10 grand down on it. You know, the payment's not much at all. So it's really cool. I dig it. It's a good rig, but I haven't driven it in probably a month. Tracy drives it. I've been driving the Vet and the Beamer like crazy. Uh-oh, what's going on? Entrance gate is down. Please enter code at the keypad and the exit gate will open. Okay. Go to my storage unit. So snow tires are on it right now. And it ain't snow season. And Tracy's taking a little trip, so I gotta change the tires in. So that's why I'm in the Blazer. And I just forgot how good this car is. Anyways, none of that is the reason for my stream right now. I know that that's comically bad. That one? Nope. I thought I got it. There it goes. Punched in too fast. So I want to be more accessible. Like, I do these streams, I talk to people about tuning, and I try and teach as much as I can, but sometimes a live stream isn't the best format. You know, I'm limited to bandwidth, you know, 5G, 4G, whatever, my phone's temperature, the inability, saw the code in your sunglasses. Yeah, well, someone's got to clean it out, so come on down. It just got tires in it. It literally has a bunch of old wheels and tires and then the summer set for this thing in it. And I actually need to come here and clean that myself, bring the trailer in. But I gotta wait a couple weeks. I don't remember what fucking number I'm at. Because that one or this one? Fuck, I don't remember. It's been so long. Enhance. I gotta use the trailer for something. And I don't remember what the hell I have to use it for, but I know I gotta use it. And then I'm gonna put this stuff in it too. So I gotta use the trailer first for whatever the hell it is I'm supposed to use it for. I don't remember. It'll come to me eventually. So, and then I clean this out. I'll probably keep all the wheels and tires in the trailer until I get the garage finished, sorted out. But it's getting closer. So anyways, the tuning stuff. How can I better suit you guys? Well, I thought about it and I said, you know what? I've had this Discord channel that I game on for a long time that I don't use very much. I usually use my friend's Discord, but I have my own channel. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna set it up for tuning discussions and gaming. So basically what it is, I have a Discord channel set up with multiple channels, like for text and voice, done my category, gaming or tuning, customer support and that kind of stuff. And since I'm always on the damn thing and it's attached to my cell phone, then I can, you know, pop in at any time during the day. Even when I'm tuning, I have a Discord on my cell phone and I can talk to people if they have questions and that kind of stuff. But overall, so that I can talk to people and provide support in a more comfortable way for me in the evenings, right? Not just during the day, because I'm tuning during the day all the time and it's hard. I get to answer questions during live streams, but I can't provide a whole lot of support. And I can't sit here and draw the pictures for you and, you know, show you graphs and, you know, and everything to support the the um, the topics that I want. And so I thought this would be an excellent thing because Discord has screen sharing, so I can capture my screen. I can capture just a certain window. I can run a live camera and a screen. I can do all that stuff in it, and my camera's already set up on my desktop for doing like Twitch streams, that kind of stuff. Anyways, so well, I mean, it was. I redo it, right? So, and I have my drawing pad that I can connect to it so I can draw stuff. And I figured this would be a really good way for me to be able to answer questions and help out and stuff. Now, that being said, it's not totally free. General questions and stuff, I'm happy to answer just like you do in the streams. That's free, that's fine. But I have lessons and some other stuff that I'm going to be doing where we pick a certain topic and I go through it and we do some, not quite one-on-one, it might be one-on-one. If no one shows up, just you and me, then it's just one-on-one. But I'll be covering specific topics with tuning and thermodynamics and physics and all that kind of stuff to try and get everyone. Absolutely, yeah. I can give you my address. I don't have many curtains, so you might see me and the wife naked. One of us is better looking than the other naked. And yeah, I just figured this would be a really, it could be a fun way. One, you know, I'll get to hear your guys's voices, right? And sometimes a lot of stuff is lost in translation through text, or you have a question you want to ask, but you're like, fuck, this is going to be like 8 sentences, you know, and, or you're saying, you know, in person, you know, I don't know what it's called, but it's something along these lines where, you know, and then you try and say, or the car goes ka-chugga chugga, right? You're going to type ka-chugga chugga, right? There's just something about voice communication that two-directional that is very advantageous for this. So I think that while I love talking to you guys in chat and that kind of stuff and answering the questions as best I can and scrolling, okay, I'm scrolling right now, make sure I miss anything. I got those jokes, start with that. Yep, enhance. Sounds great. Started following last night. Thank you. In Discord, I think I have it set up. You guys can change your names in there. I forget. I might have disabled that. I probably need to enable it because I want to get, like, you know, my Discord name is not my YouTube name, is not my forum name, is not, right? So like, it's hard sometimes to keep, you know, them all straight. Now, just me, that's easy for, you know, all 10 people watching this channel know which guy is Dom, and it says Dom in my name. But for me, if I have 10 people in there that have different screen names and all these different platforms, then it's difficult for me to know who's who. So I might request that, you know, we pick a name that you use that we can communicate through, you know. So like, add it to the Discord or whatever, that kind of thing. We'll get a phone call. I think if I answer this, then I lose the stream, so I'm declining it. Call him on the other phone. So anyways, obviously I don't have the Discord link right here memorized. I put it on Facebook on my GetaDomTune page, so that you guys can click on the link. I put 2 links on there. One of them never expires, and one of them expires in a week. So if you happen to click the second link, which is the one that expires in a week, the first one is permanent. So hold on a second. Yeah, well, I'm on my other phone doing the live stream. That's okay. You didn't know that? You fucking dick. You're supposed to be my friend. You don't even follow me on YouTube? Man, you're an asshole. I don't want to talk to you again. Click. I'm just kidding. What's up? Well, they can't hear you. They can only hear me. They can only hear me swearing. Mm-hmm. Which one? Which one? Which service do you want to talk about? The hand jobs? Yeah, we can do the hand job service. My hands are pretty rough, though. I've been turning more wrenches lately than I usually do. Oh, not that one? Oh. Okay. So you need an open source tune? Uh-huh. Which is? Uh-huh. Oh, because you want to sell that thing for monies? Right. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Yeah, we can work that out. Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Just do your jaw stretches because you're gonna need it. I'm feeling pretty big. Right. Oh, okay. He is cuter for sure. All right, bud. Yeah, so we can do that. All right, right now I'm gonna go get fittings after. Well, I'm gonna see you in a few minutes. I'm gonna. Oh, is there lift available? Because I need to do Teresa's snow tires because she's doing that road trip tomorrow. So I'm at the storage unit right now, getting her tires, and then I'm gonna come swap them out, and then I got to go to Spokane and get the fittings that have been anodized because they're aluminum, not brass. All right, sounds good. See you. All right. Um, what are they saying? I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah, Discord thing. So, so it is subscription based for the tuning lessons, but for the gaming and hanging out and shooting the shit, it's not. When you subscribe, I get an alert, and then I got to go in and change your what's called a role. You know, it's basically your title. And there's several categories, and the paying students get a student role, and the student role unlocks the text channels under the education tab that have the resources that I'll link up. The Some of it's going to be just links to videos. Obviously, anyone knows links to these videos here, but it's going to be the subject, the discussions, pictures and graphs and all that stuff is going to be there. That's going to be the lessons and kind of like guided steps. And they're going to go, you know, like weekly. I'm going to put some stuff on there. I'm going to keep going like that. And I don't really know yet how effective the format's going to be. You know, it's totally a trial. Let me give it a shot. And what is that on my phone? Let me just check the thing. There we go. Hey, I'm more handsome all of a sudden. Weird. And so I'm gonna do my best to to do it as much as I can structured, but then also allow room for all the discussion. And honestly, I prefer the discussions in a lot of ways because then I can address immediately what it is you're thinking about. And then when you ask a question, I can identify, okay, well, he's asking me this question, but really the problem isn't that he needs the answer to this question. He needs the answer to the concept that supports the answer to this question. And if we do that in that format, then you can ask, and I can say, well, do you know about X or Y? And then if you say yes or no, then we can continue. You know what I mean? So that way we can go to the root and start at the beginning and not try and backtrack. And because it's a lot harder to learn from the back sometimes. So I think that this will be fun, honestly. And also, if you don't want to talk about tuning and shit, I love to game. So every night I spend a few hours of gaming. Last night I spent 4 hours gaming. I think last night it was just Rocket League and Counter Strike. And some days it's PUBG, and some days it's Valheim, and some days it's well, if not for me, it used to be Tarkov, but fuck that game. So there's just room to shoot the shit and goof off with games if you want. And I got music bots in there and patch bots in there. I have motorsports bots in there that tell you like the F1 stats if you care about that kind of shit. Things in there to just post up some new stuff in specific channels for that. So you can, if you're curious about car shit. And we already have, a couple guys in the group right now talking about car stuff in the motorsports channel, super builds of various types, questions. I've already been asked a handful of questions on builds and parts and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of that going on already. And it's just kind of I think it's gonna be a fun way of doing it. Plus, I'll get $5 a month from a few of you, and that helps out, in paying for the disc. Because basically, what I want to get the Discord channel boosted, right? And when you get to a certain level, the bandwidth goes up, the video quality goes up, the audio quality goes up, and that kind of stuff. So I want to use the money and apply that to boosting the server. And I don't know if you know, it's like for the first level, it's not a slight performance bump. It's like $38 or $60 a year, and then the next one is like $600 and something a year, right? Like it's a lot of fucking money to boost the server up, something stupid like that. And so I'm going to take those fees, the subscription stuff for the lessons, and put them into that, and then the surplus would go into R&D, computer upgrades, tuning platforms, things like that. Things that the money for tuning should go into, right? Which is how I do it now with my cooling mods. Like I've been, you know, I did the cam seal tool. Well, the money for that came from cooling mods. I'm still have my cams themselves, right? The cams, the money for that came from cooling mods. I had to pay 10 grand in cams for a handful of sets, and then I had to do tooling to do all the drilling and that kind of stuff. So that, like, a lot of that money went into cams, and of course keep me alive. That's always nice too. So I'm just gonna do the same thing with that. You know, I might buy myself a bottle of bourbon occasionally, but for the most part, the money's going to Discord, and it's going to the lessons and the videos and that kind of stuff. So I hope that it turns out to be a good resource. So I don't, like I said, I don't have to like Omnics and driving, but if you check my Facebook page, I have the Discord link on there to join. Also, the Discord link is on my website under the subscription fees. So if you go to the shop and then you go to, I have it under either all, utility, electronics, and they all have links to the subscription that you can purchase, and in the description of the subscription is the link to Discord as well, so you can come in. I see someone else just joined right now. Kurt, somebody popped up really quick as a notification. So hello, if you're watching the stream, thanks for stopping by. Sorry I'm not there, but I'm here. And so I'm hoping to get some support, and I'm hoping that it meets your guys' needs, and plus we get to shoot the shit and tell funny stories too. So, and you know, I'm 43 years old, turned 44 this year, and I've done more in 43 years than a lot of people do their entire fucking life. I've lived in 37 houses in 10 states. I've been to, I don't know, 12 countries, some third world, some first world, you know, like, there's been a lot of stuff, skydiving and racing and scuba diving and snorkeling all over the place, and done a lot of shit. And so I have a lot of stuff to pull from, you know, and a lot of experiences that are fun to share. And if you've and other bad stuff, like I've been divorced 3 times. I had to think about that, right? So I got a kid, she's 18, you know, I've done a lot of shit. So more than just tuning stuff, if you're curious, like, my girlfriend's telling me this shit, is that true? Then I can help you out with that too, or at least give you some things to look at. So hey, maybe a life coach too, right? I'll tune your cars, and I'll be a life coach. You know, we'll have a good time. Anyways, I gotta lose some fucking tires. Can't do it one-handed, especially not with one broken ass arm. I mean, it's getting better. The scar's looking pretty good. It still burns to use sometimes. It hurts, but the muscle's getting stronger. I still can't quite flex it. Just doesn't quite work yet, but it's getting better. So, what are all these envelopes over here in my wife's car? Alrighty, have a good day, guys. Stop by the server. I will be on later this evening after I do the tires. Like I said, I go to Spokane, which is, you know, 30 minutes that way, to get some fittings, and then I got to go swap cars out again with the wife, and then I'm going to work on the Corvette. I got the LSXR 102 manifold. I got throttle body. My injectors just showed up. And I'm putting the car, map sensor extension leads, and fuel rails and everything are ready to go in tonight. So I should be bolting on another 40-ish wheel horsepower onto the car. That should be fun. And then I'll throw in the dyno probably Saturday. Depends on when I get it done. I'm not going to finish it tonight. I'm going to work on it Saturday as well. And then we're putting a bigger turbo on Tanner's Skyline, his R32. He did on our dyno 498 wheel on a aftermarket billet wheel 30R, basically. Not a very big one. I think it's the HTA 76 or something like that. Flows a decent amount, like 50 something pounds. So I gave him the turbo off my RS, the one that was 82 pounds, the one I did the 10-second run in. It made 575 wheel on 24 pounds of boost in my little RS, so it moved some air. And so on his Skyline, I think it'll do way more than that, because we're gonna crank the boost up. I was out of fuel on my car when I did it, so I couldn't even crank the boost up any more than I did. As it was, my pumps were, or my IDCs were 112%. Oops. and they were ID 2000s. Clearly, my fuel pressure was not keeping up. So we're putting that turbo on his Skyline, and I'll probably end up tuning that tomorrow night. I will definitely stream that because his Skyline is a lot of fun. It's very loud, but in the right way. Like, it's not that loud at idle, but then when you get on it, it gets loud and sounds really good. Kind of like my Corvette. Same, of course, it's really quiet at idle, nice amount of chop. The car shakes and stuff, you know, and then you get on it and you really hear it then. But cruising around is like a nice metal level. I love exhaust like that, you know, where it's just like, oh, this is really unassuming, you know, and it's like just fucking, holy shit, that thing is fucking tense, you know. I like exhaust like that. That totally fool you, and hopefully you jumped out of your chair as much as I just did. So I'll be doing some streams to work on the Corvette. I'll be doing some streams while we're doing the Skyline, tuning that, and I think and I'm gonna put exhaust on the red STI. You guys haven't seen that in a while because I haven't done fucking anything with it other than put injectors in it and make it run again. And I put stock mufflers on it, but they were from a 2020 STI, which has a different bolt pattern flange, and so the bolt spacing was wrong. So only one bolt's in there, and half it's off, and it looks like shit, sounds like shit, but it sounded way better than straight piped. So I have an NVIDIA Q300 exhaust that was scratch and dent sailed, bent the flange straightish, and we're gonna install that and give it a proper flowing exhaust again. And then I gotta see if I can change the fuel pump out and make the fuel pump work correctly, because it likes to just shut itself off at random. That's fun. And so I fixed the fuel pump, and then the STI is gonna be running again, and I'll start goofing off with that a little bit as well. So yeah, those are the updates. I see people are filing out, might as well, because I'm shutting down anyway. So thanks for stopping by. Stop by Discord. I'll be on later tonight, definitely tonight, at least around 9 p.m. Pacific, probably from like 9 to 1, because I do that all the time. I sleep like 1 or 2 in the morning, so probably from like 9 to 1 I'll be online, some gaming, some shooting the shit, you know, things like that. So feel free to stop by. Thanks for stopping by YouTube, and feel free to subscribe, which you probably already did, because that's how you know I'm here. So thank you, have a good one. Now I get this end button. Are you sure you want to stop?